I'd like to throw one more out to you. In chapter 4 of your book, you introduce this amazing idea, this idea of a balancing act for leaders, specifically around the adjustments confident leaders need to make. And I wanted to ask you, Jim and I wanted to ask you a couple of questions around chapter 4. You said this, that our areas of strength can become areas of self-imposed weakness. Mm-hmm. I thought that was a powerful statement. Can you talk to that, Craig? Explain that for us.
Sure. How does that happen? I think that because of our strengths that are God-given, God gives us strengths, we operate in our area of strength a lot of times without really consciously being aware of it. And you'll get it. Somebody will say to you, well, how did you know how to do that? And you say, I don't know. I just knew how to do it. And so you're operating in your area of strength, but it's often unconscious the way that you do it, and which means that I can go to it without asking God if I should be going to it, because I just naturally go to it. And that's what I mean by it becoming a self-imposed weakness to us. We think about, like, look at Samson. Samson would just go to his physical strength, but we don't see him asking God, should I do that? Should I do that? As opposed to David would be very specific. God, should I go up there? Yep, go up there. Am I going to be victorious when I do this? Yes, you're going to be victorious. And then God would even sometimes give him a specific strategy. Walk around this way, come from behind. And so he just stayed reliant. When have a God-given strength, I think our tendency is to just go to the strength. I don't need to ask God. I just know how to do it.
Mm-hmm. Right. Ouch.
Yeah.
So I don't think I'm atypical in this, even though I've read the book and we've been friends for years. What do you do other than repent? Do you have anything else besides, hey, don't do that anymore? What advice in your leadership coaching and your mentoring do you give to somebody that's saying yes to their strength over and over and over again without asking? What would you say to, not me, but somebody else, that just got there. You didn't step on my toe. I think you might have broken my leg. So what do you do next?
Well, I think you just said it in the word mentoring. I think that you can't really share something with somebody if they're not in that position of being able to receive it. If they're, right. And I've had some people that I've tried to say, hey, hold on a second here. Do you realize you keep running into the same problem because you keep going back to the same natural thing? If they're not willing to receive it, it's not going to go anywhere. That's why I'm a big proponent of, John, I like how you do the kind of huddles, the small groups of people that will open themselves up that way to be able to say, I'm willing to let you guys look at my life as an outsider, and I'm willing to receive what you have to say to me. And that's where I think it has to start. If there's the two verses that I like to use as kind of a balancing act or a tension is, Paul says to Timothy, aspiring to leadership is a good thing. You got to use your strengths for that. But then Jeremiah says to his servant Baruch, he said, should you seek these things for yourself? No, don't do it. And I think that that's the balance, is to say there is a confidence that I should aspire to greater things, but I have to have somebody checking me to say, are you wanting those things so that you look good, so that your name is up there in lights, or are you doing this so that God's kingdom is expanded? Right.
Back to that metric of success not being numbers and dollars and accolades, but obedience and fidelity and faith, right? That well done, good and faithful servant.
Absolutely.
Is probably a different measurement than the average. No one ever said, they say, how many are running? They don't say, so how faithful have you been? What qualities have you brought to it? That's why I love your book and hate your book, Craig. I'm just saying.